Good morning. Well, depends on what time of day you're watching this. It's the morning for me. It's Sunday, June 2nd, and so we're going to give you a quick little intro today. So with Sunday, June 2nd, I didn't get to throw yesterday. Forgot my contacts, some other crap that I forgot that I needed to have and do, but we're out here at the throwing shot put practice circle. You can't really see it, I can. But today, the goal for training right now, going forward for the next couple weeks, is going to be the word volume. So I've got about 7 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks or something like that before Grandfather Mountain. So I'm gonna do 2 games back-to-back, Grandfather and Chatham Sweet Corn back-to-back. And then I think the next one after that is gonna be the Amateur World Championships up in Minnesota in August. So I've got some gaps. And so this next little block, pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and start it today. At least the month of June, I'm gonna hit volume on everything. I'm going to try to lots of volume, up my volume in lifts, really up my volume in throws, just try to get a lot of volume in. Let's say volume one more time, volume. And then we'll cut down as I get towards championship area of, Grandfather and Chatham. We'll try to put some things together there and see how the training's coming along. I'm going to try to do that right now since I have a big block of time. And then once we pass Sweet Corn, I think it's right about a month going into Minnesota, it'll be all about peak. So today's video, lots of stone. So when I come over, this is a different school from normally behind the gym. I can throw stone here, or I throw shot puts at the shot put circle, and then I throw hammer on their discus practice field. So that's where I get to throw these. It's where I have the space. It's a lot easier. So I'll do a lot of volume in those two, and then lots of throws there. I don't know if I'm going to film every single one of them or throw them all in here because it just might get boring and redundant. And then the other thing I'm going to throw, it's sitting right there. Right there is the heavyweight for distance. I'm going to work on a drill there that if you follow my videos, you've maybe seen these already. But enough of me talking. Let's get to the throws, but only if you click subscribe. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, wherever the button is, help me out. I'm trying to build this channel, and I figure the feedback I'm getting from the people who watch these videos really like me talking about what's going on. We're going to keep doing it, whether you like it or not. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm recording this voiceover like 4 days later, so I don't remember what I just said in that other clip, and I didn't want to go back and watch it. So here's a big practice, long practice today. That one came off funny, but started with some Braemar with a 20-pound shot. Really trying to work a rock back and forth, over the top type throw. And as you see, I worked some step over, some non-reverse. I worked some step overs, and then I just worked some full throws here in the Braemar. There's an event I've got to bring up. I'm actually going to try to get some bigger rocks because this is a 20-pound shot put. The reason I like using the shot put is it's the same push every time. I can get it locked in. Don't have to think about, oh, how am I holding this stone? Am I going to be able to hold on to it, etc. So I can get work in, but I think I need to get something a little heavier. From there, we went to the wheel drill. These are with the 16-pound shot now. I haven't done this in a long while, but I wanted to get some drill work in. And I think I did, these is 6 throws. And actually one thing that I'm doing today is I've changed my camera angle around. And I can see some things a little bit different from changing the camera angle than I've done in the past. Why that when I left, I was gonna move into some non-reverses, which are really hard for me to do. I'm not used to it. And these went okay. I kind of went like 80% today. Didn't try to absolutely crush all these throws, but really tried to work on my cues that I was working on, such as the right foot turning here, getting my left down, staying wrapped. And things went okay for not putting a ton of effort into throws. It wasn't until I went to full throws at the very end here with these 16-pound shot pits that I tried to get after. I think it was just like 3 of them, maybe 6 of them. I can't remember, but it went pretty well. I'm not mad at this practice at all. I got a lot of good quality work in my own mind. This is where practice did not go well. I went on to the heavyweight. I've been working these 3 turns, and this one was super slow, just trying to warm up. But I've been working these 3 turns to try to be more aggressive in my speed and more trusting when I go back to the 2 turn to just freaking go. And these first couple reps, I was just, oh yeah, this one's a blooper coming up. I don't know if it's this one or next one. But my right hip was pissed off. There it is. You always got to post the good with the bad. But my right hip, like the ball and socket joint, my glute was really bothering me during these, even just picking up the weight, it was hurting. So I shut this down at 6. I was going to try to do 10 throws because I had a long time to practice today. And I was going to take my time and get through them, but I kind of hurried through these 6 and just got it done and over with. Then I moved on to hammer, and I think it's coming up. these just weren't bad. I'm just gonna scrap them, but I went ahead and included them to show you I'm doing work. And when we went to hammer, I found out the ground was way too hard for blades today. It's been above 90 degrees, a lot of days at 95 lately, and I spent about 5-10 minutes trying to get hammers in the ground, the blades in the ground. It just didn't work. And then here I was going to move on to 2 winds, and I forgot what I was doing. I couldn't remember what to do for 2 winds. I was trying to do 2, and here you see just basically my meanderings. I felt like including this whole clip to try to remember, hey, throw it on the second one, you idiot, speed up and throw. And these got better as I got more warmed up. I had not really warmed up too well for the hammer, which I normally do some 10 winds with a light hammer just to loosen the back and the hips up. But these were definitely different not throwing with blades. I've had to do a couple practices lately without blades, and what I'm going to start doing now is bringing a gallon or 2 of water and dumping it on the ground to soften it up and hopefully let it soak in while I'm throwing the stones so that I can go over and get my blades in. But these, I ended up changing my focus. You'll see I threw 1 heavy hammer and then I'd throw 2 light hammers. And I was doing 4 winds with the light hammers, but it was just too hard to get speed and stay in control. So I guess moral of the story be get some blades and use them if you really want to get good at the Highland games in the hammer, unless your name's Colin Dunbar, who's just a monster and a freak, and that's probably not you. But I basically changed the plan and went everything 2 wind, and I was really working my release. I've been releasing really early lately, so on these I was trying to finish all the way through the throw and lift into the field, and then as you can see as these go on, I get more and more comfortable with speeding up and countering a little bit. The heavy was still really difficult for me to counter with no blades, and you see I let go of that one a little early. But a lot of these actually at the end got really, I'm really happy with how they went. I'll have to make sure I track these distances. I kind of just took them through some shoes out there at some distances just to give me an idea. And I was happy with it as it went on and got towards the end. You can see I trusted, there was 2 things. It was long and then lift. So stay as long as I can on this second wind and then actually making sure I finish. So it's gonna about wrap this up with the throwing, and now we're gonna bring you into some special meal prep stuff coming up soon. So if you've been interested in that, I'm actually, and you can see I just kicked there because my left hip or right hip was bothering me, but we're gonna go into the RP diet app, kind of what I'm gonna break down what my meals are gonna consist of, and we'll hope you'll stay tuned. So first, you gotta check out this sweet hat hair comb over going on. But we've got, I said I was going to bring meal prep to it. Here it is. Bam. And yeah, that is $600 worth spent today. No, I'm kidding. Not all on food. We got all kinds of stuff today. We bought a new speaker from the gym. Thanks, Costco. Saved me $200 on that speaker. What else we bought? We bought all the essentials. We got laundry stuff, paper towel, toilet paper, dish soap. We got all in 10 years worth of toothpaste. But go through something new, and that is I'm going to work with the RP Diet app. I'm going to actually put some of this stuff on my Instagram, but working with the RP Diet app, I'm actually doing the gain phase. So I apparently have struggled to gain weight lately, as in this past week I've lost 7 pounds. Don't ask me how. Was eating plenty. I guess I'm just more active or not eating as much as I thought. So I'm going to try to use this, even though it's going to be a headache for me. This is going to be really difficult on me because I don't like to follow stuff like this. I tend to not do well, and I've just always been an intuitive eater and done really well with it. But I'm struggling right now with bigger things on the horizon. I'm going to try to really follow this. So let's go through the meals that are all behind me and what things are going to look like roundabout per meal. So meal number 1, we've got eggs, egg whites, cheese, and strawberries. I can't remember all the macros, etc., but some sort of combination and levels, amounts of these is going to be meal 1, and generally I'm going 5 meals a day. Meal 2 is beef. I have the venison is in the freezer, so we bought extra. So this, so much money. I bought tons extra because I didn't know how much I need. That's not mine. Beef, bananas are going to be my carbs for this meal, but beef and venison mix. You got to make stuff taste good without a lot of calories and sauces, so I'm going to be trying a lot of different, seasonings. That's what they're going to be. So that's meal 2. Meal 3 is a shake, which is Gatorade and protein. Probably going to be using a combo of collagen peptides from Garden of Life as well as a chocolate tub, which I don't have out here right now, of their whey. Meal 4, post-workout, one of the bigger meals. Rice I don't have made, obviously chicken, butter for a little bit of fat, just a little bit, so I'm going to use that on my rice, as well as bought this at Costco because this stuff's amazing. If you don't know Cholula hot sauce, get you some. That stuff is going to go on that rice and chicken. And then my last meal, this is weird for me, is going to be a big meal for dinner pre-bed. Greek yogurt. This was hard to find. Like, I tried to find a good combination here. This was definitely tough. A mixture of blueberries and pineapple. Fats are definitely good because I couldn't find good big containers of Greek yogurt with any fat. So I had to add a fat source, add some peanut butter, and I've got to have carbs again with that. And I think I've also got to have rice with this meal. So this is the general what this is going to be like. Now, this chicken's going to last more than this week. The beef was definitely extra. So we did spend, and that definitely way too much here. And then we look at all these eggs. Why did I get so many? 59 cents a dozen. Haven't found them that cheap ever at Aldi, so I stocked up. This is like 24 days worth of eggs, so they'll still all be good. But egg whites should last longer. So some of this stuff will last more than a week, which I had to figure out, but that's how it's going to go. And some of the other things we bought are definitely going to last us a long time, so we did spend a ton of money today, which was unexpected, especially when we're trying to cut down on our budget. But like I said, if you guys have any ideas, seasonings, number one, because that Montreal seasoning is going to get planned really quickly. Any recommendations if you're following the RP stuff, and I'm on the gain train, no more of that cutting business for this guy, at least anytime soon. But if you guys, we'll probably post these on the Instagram. If you're following this video and you've made it this far, obviously you're way too interested in my life. Make sure you like, subscribe. Thanks for watching the YouTube.